Hi guys, and I'm Retro Critic here. Hi guys, and I'm Retro Critic here. And today, I'll be talking about more of my thoughts on the TV series Tugs and so on and so forth. So, and today I'll be talking more of my thoughts on the TV series Tugs and so on and so forth. This is just an extra video, just kind of more of my thoughts on the series Tugs. I want to talk about more of the lost me of Tugs. This is just kind of more of my thoughts on the TV series Tugs, why, because I love it so much. But today in this video, I'll be talking more about like the lost media and like what could have been of the series. I cannot get enough of this series, because this series is just, the behind the scenes of Tugs is just so fascinating. Oh my goodness. Now, Tugs basically, now the TV series Tugs, it had like one season. Technically it had two seasons, because half the season was like, the earlier episodes were like Big City Port, and the later episodes was like around like, in like upriver, in like, the downtown in upriver. In like the downtown and the downtown city in upriver, like it was like Big City Port. The other one was like downtown. It was like the ocean area and all that stuff. What I really like, upriver, most series would have been set in upriver. It was fascinating. And Lost Me is there was like 196 scripts. In season 2, technically there's 2 seasons of Tugs, really. The later half. But, overall, no, really underrated. Now, there was like a US dub of Sunshine. I seen that, thought that was okay. There was some deleted scenes of Jinx and deleted scenes of War that came out. The Tugs reel came out. The intro reel came out. So many Lost Me of Tugs came out. I really found that fascinating. Really cool stuff.
Now, originally, if the series continued, it would have taken place, instead of the big city port, it would have taken place around the town in the episode Upriver. And technically, now, I've said this before, but yeah, Big Freeze to some was not the final episode. Big Freeze was originally not the final episode, and based on the production and to some fans, and mostly based on the production, originally the real last episode of Tugs was the episode Upriver. That was the real last episode of Tugs. And instead of taking place in the big city port, like in the rest of the series, it would have taken place in the snowy town from the episode of Upriver. So, interestingly enough, that's kind of how the series would start off if the series continued. And if Tugs was not canceled, the series would have had the Z-Stacks play a more bigger and menacing role. If the Tugs series continued, the Z-Stacks would play a more major villain role. And like I said, now, if the series continued, the Z-Stacks would have played a more major role if the series continued. If the series continued, the Z-Stacks would have played a more major role. Like the Z-Stacks would have played a more major villain role. Like if the series continued, the Z-Stacks and Captain Zero would have had a more antagonistic role in the series. Series continued, the Z-Stacks and Captain Zero, they would have been more antagonistic to the Star Tugs and Captain Star. But like I said, the Star Tugs would have go through a lot of like adventures if the series continued. Like I said, the Star Tugs and Captain Star, they would go through a lot of like action adventures in the series and all that stuff. And originally there was 196 scripts written for the episode Tugs. So there was 96 scripts written for the series. Like I said, it's amazing where originally, they made like 196 scripts for the series. If the series now, and by the way, they made 196 scripts for episodes for the series. 196 scripts of episodes written. They literally written it so there's like multiple different scripts. So it's amazing that there's like multiple different script ideas for episodes out there now. That was confirmed that was said to be made, by the way. Those hopefully eventually come out. Now, those have not come out yet, but hopefully these scripts come out one day. They get released once. Now, these scripts are not released yet, but hopefully these scripts get released one day. But look, like I said, this series has so much potential. It is such an amazing series. I gotta tell you. But like I said, there is just so much about this series I can talk about. There's just so many really amazing, fascinating things, and hopefully we get more content of this series. Hopefully we get more lost media of this series of Tugs and all that stuff. This series is such a gem, had so much potential, and that's why I love it. It's just really cool stuff. And like I said, this series had so much potential. Overall, this is why I think Tugs is such an underrated gem of a series. And overall, I do still find Tugs to be an amazing series. So I want to show you just a little bit of snippets of clips of of the Tugs scissor reel that might show extended scenes from the episode Sunshine, and some deleted scenes of the work print version of the episode Warrior. Okay, this is interesting. I wanted to just show you some just little snippets of clips of that. And I'll also show you some snippets of clips of like the work print version of the episode Trapped. Because there is like a work print version of the episode Trapped, and I'm going to show you some snippets of clips of that too. Which in that work print, there's like many deleted scenes. That work print has many deleted scenes that have not been seen before.
The tugboat, for its size, is the most powerful craft afloat. And Captain Star and his tugs are the power behind the docks and waterways that make up the big city port. This is Tugs.
This is the big city port in the 1920s. It was an era of rapid change. The steam engine tugs were in their heyday and were gradually replacing the old sailing scows, which were not as powerful nor dependable. Even so, steam at its turn would shortly have to give way to diesel. But it was this period, when the steam tug was in its glory, that is regarded with the most affection. It was a time of great opportunity, and none knew it better than the tug companies. Every vessel, from the lowliest tramp steamer to the grandest ocean liner, depended on tugs to bring them safely into harbour. In fact, the whole working of the port depended on it, and often they were so busy they would work long into the night, usually without complaint.
But competition was very fierce, with companies vying with one another to win contracts. Not everybody played it straight. There were those that would stop at nothing to get ahead of their competitors. Generally, though, they were an honest, hard-working group. Tugs is the story of the daily working life of two tugboat companies told through the adventures of Captain Star's proud fleets of 7 tugs and their rivals, the wily, devious tugs of Captain Zero, who display the darker side of the tugboat industry. The series covers key aspects of harbour life and that of neighbouring rivers during the seasons of one year. Stories are based on fact, real events that took place in tugboat history.
Sandy, bring me to watch it. Oh wow!
That's the one.
Oh right, okay.
That's the one I've shot. Seen.
Oh my gosh. Oh my word.
Okay, not an alligator. Scared of the ocean. You've got someone else coming, sunshine? I don't need anybody. I've got enough dynamite. Not even there. It was scrapped.
For anything
What
else,
do you want
got
something
to
that size
ascertain if
for?
they're
It's
still
a disaster.
usable.
The old tramp was screwed across. So where can I get help? Do you know anyone?
So, okay, I just showed you like a little example of clips of the Tugs scissor reel that shows some deleted scenes from the episode Sunshine, like mostly just extended scenes. Some deleted scenes, mostly just some extended scenes from the episode Sunshine, possibly. I also want to show you some snippets of clips from the work print version of the episode Warrior that has some deleted scenes, that has like many deleted scenes never shown before. And I even showed you some snippets of clips, and I even show you some snippets of clips of the work print version of the episode Trapped. So yeah, I mean, I also just showed you some clips of the work print version of the episode Trapped, which has some deleted scenes, which has some many deleted scenes that have not been seen before. And I gotta tell you, it's really interesting stuff. I gotta tell you, I mean, these are some really interesting deleted scenes shown to the public. I think they add a lot. I think it's cool that it's out now. But like I said, I just think it's really cool that it's out now. This Tugs Lost Media thing is really cool. I just think it's cool that most of these deleted scenes that came out and they're found. No, I mean, I just think it's cool that, I think it just adds a lot to the series, you know. I just think it's cool that this Tugs Lost Media is found. I think this is really cool that a lot of these deleted scenes from Tugs is released to the public now. And I do think I do think these deleted scenes add a lot to the show. I think it just adds more depth of the show. I think it even makes the show more grander, to be honest with you. I do think this Tugs Lost Media, and I do think these deleted scenes from Tugs just add a lot to the show of depth, and I think it also just makes the show more grander and more epic, really. I just think it makes the show more epic, and I just think it adds a lot of perspective to the series, and I think it adds a lot of perspective to the series. I just think it's really fascinating. Overall, I think it's pretty cool. Overall, I do think it's really fascinating stuff. I think this is like some really amazing stuff right here.
Now the series actually would take place in upriver, instead of Big City Port. Upriver. Now in season 2, now if Tugs continued later on, the series would have been set around the location of upriver instead of the Big City Port. Yeah, because season 1 was more around Big City Port, and upriver, well, later episodes was around upriver. Well, we'll get to that. But in Big City Port, that was like season 1. In the later series, if it continued, it would have taken place more around the location around the episode Upriver. And technically, you can argue there's 2 seasons of Tugs, because earlier episodes were around the Big City Port, and the later episodes were around Upriver. Because the earlier episodes of the first season of Tugs was set around like the location of Big City Port, and like the later episodes of Tugs, it took place around like the Upriver location around that episode. So you can technically argue there's like 2 seasons of Tugs. So yeah, technically there's like 2 seasons of Tugs when you think about it. When you get down to it. Something like that. Really fascinating stuff. And like I said, like, this series is so good. By the way, Tugs deserves an 8 out of 10. By the way, I still give Tugs an 8 out of 10. Really amazing series. But it's just, what's so amazing is just the music by Dave Minden. Dave Minden did a lot here. He did so many great stuff here. I love what he did. And you get like so many deleted scenes, like yet like the Tugs reel. The Tugs reel came out. That was Lost Media that was found. Lost Media that was found. I really like that. You get like an extended intro. You get an extended intro. You get more of a broad like premise of the series. It's basically more of a broad premise of the series. You get deleted scenes because there's like 20 minutes of, or no, originally some of these episodes were shot in 20 minutes long. You get deleted scenes of Warrior, and you get deleted scenes of Warrior and Jinx. That's kind of cool. Of deleted scenes. You get so many interesting stuff like that, and you get amazing stuff like that. I really like the deleted scenes here, and you get so much like lost media found. I really like that. So it's a cool would have been the 196-minute scripts release, and I found out, and recently the 196 scripts of Tugs canceled episode Tugs were found by the Tug exhibit. So it was found by these researchers. I like that. So you get so many stuff found. You get so many stuff released. You get bits and pieces. I like that. It's a cool lost media stuff. And like, look, Tugs by Dave is great and amazing. I love it. And like, look, you get so many cool stuff like that. It's just fascinating that it is found by these researchers for the Tugs exhibit. And like I said, it's just, and like I said, and the pilot for Sunshine. Now the first episode, there's a U.S. dub for Sunshine. So the U.S. dub for Sunshine was released, and I've seen it too. That came out. That was interesting. That was a unique take of Tugs. And I've seen that too. That was interesting. Yeah, so I've seen the US dub, and I thought that was a unique take of Tugs. I thought that was a cool kind of, I like the voices, Americanized voice. You get like a lot of Americanized voices of the US dub of Tugs, but the US dub of Tugs, I thought it was a kind of a cool take of like the American voices of that episode of the US dub of Tugs. So I thought that was fascinating. Of like seeing just of the US dub, and I thought it was really fascinating. I thought it was really cool of just seeing the US dub of Tugs came out like that. But overall, no, it's just really fascinating lost media that came out, found by like these Tugs researchers, kind of, and it was like kind of discovered by the Tugs exhibit people. So really cool stuff. I would go on and on. There's just so many fascinating stuff about this series I love, and who knows? There's probably more deleted scenes. But Tugs was like preserved group by these people, and there's like more deleted scenes by these people. And who knows, there's like more lost media to come. So I just, yeah, really fascinating stuff, because, you know, the 20-minute version, because half of these episodes were like 20-minute versions, most of these episodes were like 20-minute versions, and these episodes were like 20-minute, you know, most of them were 50 minutes, but who knows, there's more were shot in 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Who knows? There's more out there. So most of these episodes were released in like around 50 minutes, but some came out in 20, some came out in 20 minutes. So who knows? There's like more 20 or 30 minutes versions out there. So who knows? There's more 20-minute, 30-minute versions out there, all that stuff. So it's just a really great series. And it's just very adult-oriented. And like I said, there's rumored to be like 30-minute versions of these episodes. There's rumors to be like 40-minute versions of these episodes. So yeah, you know, we'll see. But like I said, really cool, fascinating stuff. This series is like very, I mean, it's just...
So here I want to show you examples of like the original Tugs sizzle reel. And I just want to show you footage of even the American dub of the episode Sunshine. Yeah, because it's really cool. They did an American dub of the episode Sunshine, which is really cool. And then they did a sizzle reel, which shows deleted scenes of the episode Jinx, which that's cool.
What you are seeing is a flavor of Tugs. An original series produced as a drama entertainment for children, and also for the other children who are euphemistically called adults.
got a really big break. I was telling my Tugs, I'm bringing in a new Tug from upriver to help out. He'll work with you, 10 cents.
You got it, Captain. So, what's his name?
Sunshine.
Sunshine. Does that mean he only works in daylight? Yeah, at least he'll do something around here, Duff. I do what's expected of me.
Okay, calm down. Now, after a lot of hard bargaining, I managed to land the contract to tow one of the biggest liners around, the Duchess. Quiet, listen up. We two have to do a good job to keep the contract, so no mistakes and keep your wits about you.
That morning, Hercules, my biggest tug, had an important job up the coast. So I was to lose his great strength on the very day I needed it most.
All right, listen up. That big tug Hercules is up the coast and out of the way. That leaves Big Mac, the strongest. If we take care of him, we can get the Duchess. Yeah, but he's a tough tug, Zorman. Come on, he's loaded down with barges, and his route runs by the dangerous mudbanks, right? Oh. Stupid. Oh, yeah. Big Mac won't know what hit him. Oh, idiot, man. Idiot.
Was busy looking for a way to wreck our chances with the Duchess.
Now listen to me and listen good. Star Tug and Marine are about to get the ocean liner contract. That really bothers me.
So, what can we do about it, Captain Zero?
We got to do something, Zoran, whatever it takes, because I want that contract, and you're gonna get it for me.
Yeah, but, how? I mean, I thought that...
I don't pay you to think. You're a team, the best, the better looking, and above all, more devious.
I like that bit about better looking. Yeah, but what's devious?
What's devious is what's required to make an honest living, making sure you get the good jobs, and everyone else gets the junk.
I don't know.
Now, fire up your engines and get that Duchess contract. There's no time to lose.
Man, no problem. Those sardine cans at Star Tug and Marine are gonna find they missed the boat. My name's not Soren. Yeah, but your name is Soren, isn't it? This is where we win the contract.
Zoran saw his chance.
It's all good.
When no one was looking, he moved in hard on Sunshine. Zoran crashed into the back of Sunshine, smashing him into the rudder of the big liner.
What's going on? She's out of control. Out! I got her, OJ.
In one swift move, Zoran had made the Star Tugs look bad, and to the Duchess it appeared he had come to the rescue.
Oh, so that's Ay. Nice going, Zoran. What happened? Glad to be of service. These new recruits are so clumsy, Duchess.
Sunshine felt bad, confused, like it was his fault. He couldn't explain what had happened, so he snuck away while the Star Tugs were busy. Izzy watched the sad Sunshine sailing out of sight, alone.
Turns out you were seen.
Impossible. I made sure.
Oh, give me that. You were seen. Now the Duchess knows what you did, and we don't get the contract anymore.
Guess we really blew it. Shut it, Zip. That's not my problem. Yeah, well, it will be if you don't watch.
So it. I don't want to hear your squabbling. Get out of my sight. All of you.
A few days ago, we salvaged the tugboat Sunshine, and he was taken to Lucky's yard.
Well, that time, Captain Zero's little plan to steal away the contract for the Duchess backfired. Once the truth got around about Zoran's treachery, Star Tug and Marine's good name was clear, not to mention the reputation of Little Sunshine. I guess we had 10 cents to thank for uncovering the truth, and for his unshakable faith in the little switcher, who it was unanimously decided would make a good permanent member of the Star team.
Now, if you will look to port, I would like to welcome a new Star Tug, number 7, Sunshine. Sunshine, I'm proud to have you working with us. At this moment, I am certain I have the greatest fleet of tugs in the harbor.
Welcome aboard, Sunshine. Thanks a lot, bud. Great and good. What do you say?
Okay, and I just show you the scissor reel of Tugs and the American dub of the episode pilot of Tugs. Well, first of all, I'm glad I showed you that. Well, first of all, the sizzle reel of Tugs is really cool, amazing, because it shows you more deleted scenes not shown of the episode Jinx, which that's really cool. I really like that. So it's kind of cool that the sizzle reel of Tugs is found. That's really cool. And also also the American dub of the episode Sunshine is out. So that's really cool. They did an American dub of the episode Sunshine, which is really cool. And I gotta tell you, I really like the voices in that one. I like the different unique voices in that one, Sunshine. I mean, it's well, first of all, it's really cool that we found that. Like, I didn't even know there was an American dub of the episode Sunshine that exists, by the way. I don't know, but it's really cool that they found that. I did not know there was an American dub of the episode Sunshine until they found it, till it was released to the public. But I gotta tell you, watching it was really cool. Like, it was just really cool watching the episode Sunshine with a different with a different point of view. It's just kind of cool watching the episode in a different kind of perspective, or just at least like a different kind of watching a different version of it is really cool. So, but like what I really like is you get like different voices of the characters, which is really cool. So, and it's just the American dub of that episode, but I gotta tell you, it's actually really fascinating. I'm not gonna lie, like I just love the different kinds of voices they give to the characters in that one. So all I gotta say about that is, it's really, they give really kind of unique and kind of interesting different voices of the characters in that dub of Tugs, in that version of Tugs. So it's really cool. It's really fascinating. That's some really cool stuff right there. But I gotta tell you, it's some really cool stuff. I mean, this is some really fascinating stuff right here. I gotta tell you. But yeah, that's kind of all I gotta say about that.
So adult oriented. I just love this series. It's very adult. It's just very like just adult. Very just fun. I mean, just people can enjoy it. You know, this is a way better, superior series. Way better series. This series is very adult oriented. All ages can enjoy it. All ages can enjoy it. And look, David Minden did his best here. David Minden did an amazing job here. I think this is one of David Minden's best series. Definitely one of his best series and all that stuff. And I still love this series. And this is like I said, this is one of he did his best here. This is one of David Minden's best series. David Minden did his best here. David Minden did his best here. He was just amazing. You know, this is one of David Minden's best series. The music, the love. I mean, just this series. I'm glad this series has love. I'm glad. I'm just glad. this is such an amazing series. I love it so much. I mean, I just love this series, and I can talk about the score all day. So amazing. Such a great, amazing, fantastic. I love everything about it. I love this series, and overall, guys, yeah, and I still give Tugs an 8 out of 10. And Tugs definitely still deserves an 8 out of 10. Definitely. Yeah, you know, and that's kind of all I gotta say about Tugs, you know. Love this series. I mean, Tugs is such an amazing series. It's definitely a really good, it's definitely an awesome series. It's definitely an amazing series. I love this series. It's definitely an awesome series. It's definitely a series that's still, like, that I just, like, it's just one of my favorites. It's definitely a series that's one of my favorites. But overall, guys, I'm Retro Critic, and I'm out. And I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you guys around. Peace out, and bye.